Good evening. You're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for TVS Nightline. We begin with this story. Sarawak's high-quality oil with low sulfur content is giving the state a strategic edge in the global energy market. State Legislative Assembly Dun Speaker Tan Sri Dato' Amar Muhammad Asfiya Awang Nasar says the low sulfur oil not only meets key industry standards, including those in the aviation sector, but also serve as a valuable economic asset as Sarawak navigates uncertainties in the global energy landscape.
So it's high-grade oil. We cannot use it for diesel, for motorbike, for boats. So God bless us. Dengan ini kita menjadi kuat, we can stay resilient, and with that stay resilient, we contribute to national resilience. So kita katakan tidak terumbang ambing, kita air juga. Tidak lama lagi kita akan ekspor air, jadi kita ekspor minyak, gas dan.
He adds that this advantage is not only valuable for domestic production, but also creates opportunities for Sarawak to expand into international export markets. At the same time, he commends the state government's long-term planning, including the transition from oil to hydrogen energy to ensure sustainable development for both the state and the country.
Deputy Works Minister Dato' Sri Ahmad Mazlan is calling on PETRONAS to increase its payout as government subsidy costs spiral out of control. He's proposing an additional 5 billion ringgit dividend to help stabilize the nation's budget. The move comes as the cost of keeping fuel prices low at the pump jumped from 700 million to nearly 4 billion ringgit in just 2 months.
Ahmad Mazlan points to a decline in dividend contributions, which dropped from 32 billion last year to 20 billion ringgit in 2026. Despite a slight dip in revenue, the energy giant posts a net profit of over 45 billion ringgit, leaving what the minister calls room to contribute more.
Oleh itu saya mencadangkan minima bagilah lagi 5 bilion. Logik ke tak Logik ya. Lebih lagi apabila harga minyak naik, tentu pendapatan kumpulan itu meningkat. Walaupun mereka kata kos meningkat, tapi pada saya ada lagi baki-baki itu. Bukan kerajaan nak buang-buang tetapi adalah untuk memberikan insentif lagi meneruskan subsidi RM1.99, RON 95, RM2.15 diesel untuk Sabah Sarawak dan juga budi diesel Semenanjung pun RM2.15 budi diesel.
With only 2 billion ringgit set aside for unexpected spending, the government is now searching for new revenue streams to protect consumers from surging global energy prices. Meanwhile, the Works Ministry is holding off on new assistance for contractors despite surging construction costs. Ahmad Mazlan says the government is currently refining proposals submitted by industry players following recent engagement sessions with contractor associations.
Tapi mereka telah memberi cadangan-cadangan termasuk VOP, Variation of Price, termasuk EOT, termasuk subsidi khas bahan binaan, termasuk harga kawalan bahan binaan, tapi tidak ada lagi sebarang. Kami tengah menunggu dan melihat situasi. Tidak ada sebarang keputusan yang dibuat kerana dia melibatkan Kementerian Keuangan, Kementerian Ekonomi selain daripada Kementerian Kerja Raya.
A ceasefire truce was announced by President Donald Trump, alleging that a ceasefire was reached with Iran that will last for 2 weeks. Elsewhere, attacks in the Middle East continue to dilapidate countries like Lebanon and Palestine, as Israel says these countries were not included in the deal. More details, we have Razi Ahmad on the case. Over to you.
Thanks, Lorenzo. As you've mentioned, Trump announced a 2-week ceasefire would be taking place. This may sound like a relief to a lot of parties, especially those who are reliant on energy supply from the Middle East. Critics are skeptic over the matter because of Trump's track record when it comes to peace, war, life, and death. The truce also includes the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. The announcement was made on the last hour before the deadline to bomb Iran's power plants and bridges. The truce brokered by Pakistan was also announced by its Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif on X, with him saying, quote, "I am pleased to announce that the Islamic Republic of Iran and the United States of America, along with all their allies, have agreed to an immediate ceasefire everywhere, including Lebanon and elsewhere, effective immediately." Now, as I've mentioned, Lebanon was included in the ceasefire, but reality seems to be far from what was announced. Israel continues to dump missiles as fresh strikes hit Tyre, a southern Lebanese city. This comes after Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu insisted the Iran war truce does not include Lebanon. Lebanon's army warns people against returning to the country's south on Wednesday, where the Israeli military is still launching attacks. On another note, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance called the ceasefire, quote, "a fragile truce." He urged Tehran to negotiate in good faith to reach a long-term deal and warned U.S. President Donald Trump was not one to mess around. If Iran refuses, he says, there will be consequences.
He's impatient to make progress. He has told us to negotiate in good faith, and I think if they negotiate in good faith, we will be able to find a deal. But that's a big if, and ultimately it's up to the Iranians how they negotiate. I hope they make the right decision.
Meanwhile, a United States lawmaker, John Larson, announced that he has filed articles of impeachment and charges against President Donald Trump, citing growing concerns over Trump's behavior and his ability to make decisions in the war with Iran. The move was taken as Trump was becoming increasingly unstable and endangering the safety and well-being of the American people. Now, while urging cabinet members to invoke the 25th Amendment to the United States Constitution to remove him from office. The lawmaker adds that Trump met every condition for removal from the office and that the situation is worsening, while also criticizing what he described as an illegal war in Iran and warning of its impact on American lives and the economy. Though Trump announced a 2-week suspension of military action against Iran, several Democrats on Tuesday once again called for his removal from office, citing threats of war crimes, reckless decision-making, and unfitness to serve. Now, back in Malaysia, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim welcomes the ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran. In a Facebook post, Anwar hopes that the negotiation process will be conducted in good faith, with a firm resolve to seek a lasting resolution to the issues currently facing the region. Anwar stresses that the 10-point plan must be translated into a comprehensive peace deal, not just for Iran, but also for Iraq, Lebanon, and Yemen. He further emphasizes the need for all parties concerned to ensure an end to the genocide and dispossession of the Palestinian people, particularly in Gaza. Now that wraps up today's update from the Middle East. Back to you, Lorenzo.
Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis has just announced a sweeping ban on social media for children under the age of 15. It's a bold move aimed at protecting the next generation from the digital addiction that experts say is rewriting the way children's brains develop.
Starting January 1st next year, Greece will officially block social media access for anyone under 15. Mitsotakis acknowledged the news won't be popular with the youth, but he insists the science is settled. Hours of endless scrolling mean a child's brain never truly rests. Greece isn't alone in this fight, but they are among the world's early adopters. Australia led the charge in December, banning social media for those under 16. Indonesia followed suit in March, already hauling tech giants like Google and Meta into court for non-compliance. And Austria is currently drafting a law to set their digital age limit at 14. The Greek leader says he now plans to pressure the European Union to adopt a continent-wide age limit. With Spain and Denmark also signaling similar bans, the era of the unrestricted digital playground for kids may be coming to an end across Europe.
Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg has officially become the patron of the Sarawak Pengiran Descendants and Ayahs Association, PKWPS. The Premier is set to lead the patronage through 2027, a move set to accelerate critical research into centuries of genealogical history linking Sarawak to the broader Bornean region.
Following a courtesy call at the Satria Pertiwi complex, PKWPS President Dr. Awang Nip Zuhairi announced a new partnership with the National Registration Department to safeguard ancestral identity. The collaboration will see the association act as the official verifying body for lineage claims on government documents.
Dan untuk itu kita telah jalinkan satu kerjasama dengan pihak Jabatan Pendaftaran Negara agar setiap isu-isu yang melibatkan keturunan di dalam IC dan seumpamanya, kalau ada isu, kami akan dirujuk oleh pihak JPN untuk mengesahkan sejauh mana keaslian kepengiranan ataupun keturunan mereka, silsilah mereka, untuk kita sahkanlah. Kalau betul, kita akan katakan betul lah, dan kalau ianya tidak sesuai, kita akan bagi nasihat kepada pihak JPN untuk keperluan itu.
The establishment of the Sarawak Sovereign Wealth Future Fund marks a strategic step by the state government to ensure long-term sustainable management of its financial resources. Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Awang Teng Ali Hassan says that while Sarawak is rich in natural resources, these assets are finite and must be managed prudently. He stresses that the SSWFF plays a crucial role in upholding high standards of integrity, transparency and accountability in line with international benchmarks. He adds that the fund has already entered its investment implementation phase last year.
Perkembangan ini adalah satu pencapaian penting kerana ia menandakan bahawa dana ini bukan sahaja dibangunkan dari segi struktur, tetapi juga telah mula berfungsi sebagai sebuah labur institusi. Dalam masa yang sama, usaha untuk menjadi sebahagian daripada komuniti pelaburan global, termasuk penyertaan dalam forum antarabangsa, menunjukkan aspirasi dana ini untuk berkembang sebagai sebuah institusi kewangan yang diiktiraf di peringkat dunia dan beroperasi mengikut piawaian global.
Teng Ah also expresses confidence that the fund will continue to grow progressively, including diversifying its investment portfolio in line with appropriate risk levels and long-term investment strategies.
Get all the updates you need all in one app. TVS Inspire brings you live updates on events, news and programs. Available now on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. TVS Inspire will on your screen anytime, anywhere. Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching and have a good night.